Hi guys, I'm doing a drive-by at our favorite drive-by spot. This place looks like it's kicking ass about this time. What is that? That's crazy. We're looking at one, there's two eyes right there, one, and there's two and three, one looking that way, one looking straight ahead, and one looking to the left. And a little one in between. And it looks like a portal. Oh yeah. I just got a new tripod, so. Hey, look at the alligator. Doesn't he look like an alligator right there? On the ground, right here. Coming through like a ladder or some sort, some kind of structure. Look at all the faces right there, oh my gosh. Okay. What in the hell is that? Okay, they're being picked up. There's things on the ground that we just saw. It's halfway up the tree. Look at the ladders. I've never seen these guys before. Never. I can't tell. I think they're coming in or coming down between those two trees on the left. We got a peeker coming out right there. Who's that? Hi there, I see you. But I haven't been here in a long time. Now, I can see from back here, whatever's closest to, up front is not a tree. It's going to look like a tree, but it's not. You have a V. Look at the V coming down. Okay, that's a dimension. If I was to draw a line where the V is, you would see that that doesn't match this and that doesn't match that, like a puzzle being put together backwards. And look at the tree. That's not a tree. It's not one tree anyway. And on the bottom is a huge galactic snake. And they're probably not anywhere near each other. They're in totally different realms. I want to just take a skeleton from back here. Now, the second one is a tree. The ones in the back are... they're inside the tree. That's badass. Right there. Look at that X. Look at that X. Now if you see white sticks going down, they're usually dimensional. These are galactics. So I'm going to take us in. Oh, jeez. This is where I was parked. See the two babies up there on the left. That is not a tree right there. I can't even, oh, I can see it. Oh, it's looking right at me. And there's a peaker in between those two trees. Wow, let's check these guys out. Yeah, I see you. I see the guy behind you too. And oh shit. See how they're coming out of the tree? Now watch, it's gonna, okay, you see the face in the tree right there on the left. And the black on the left. Now, they're either going back into their door or what have you. I mean, at the mountains I had this down to science because I only had 2 different kind of portals, but these are all different. Like that one's a door that, see what's up here. There's a door. I was always so curious as to how they got in sight unseen and how they get out. That's how big it is. Okay. Oh, it's just covered. Pennsylvania's got the oddest trees. I see you peekabooing at me. Right here. Yeah, you're funny looking. Anybody moving? I don't know what that one thing is. I don't think it's a good idea that I would go in there. Hi guys, it's just me. Brand new, went right out of the box, tripod, piece of shit. Oh, that's why. Sorry. Now I got it. Oh, that should work a little bit better. Now I can see all the dimensions in that. They're big. They're awful big, I can tell you that. It's weird. Now this is a parking lot behind a bar. And there's my very first drive-by. I was going to say it'll probably be my last, but look at that thing. Looks like a wheel back there. It always looks like they're on a big ride. You know? Alright, well. So I just heard, I can't believe I was listening to mainstream media, but I just heard that there's going to be a massive, whoa, what is that? Hold on, guys. I'm looking right at him. He's right in front of me. Wait. Right there. Never believe the shadows. You guys going to the road, or what are you doing? This goes all the way up. Wow, that's big, let me tell you. That Gaza is gonna inevitably be in a massive hunger within 2 months. And that's just terrible. Just remember, don't dwell on it. Pray for them. Do a group, preferably a group prayer we could do or something, but you have to concentrate on yourself right now. Everything is going as was planned by the universe and by us. So just remember, anyone who dies did sign a soul contract to do so. And they're not even in their bodies when they die. They're already gone. You can miss them and mourn and move on. The worst thing we could do is, oh, I can't live without you, Because the spirit can hang around up to 5 days, I believe. Not your body or your soul, but your spirit can. And someone who is mourning that bad, perhaps counting on that person to make their life, type of thing. The longer they mourn, they're hurting that person. That spirit can't leave in peace if he thinks you're in pain. And wish him or her well on their journey to the afterlife, Tell them you'll see them there. Do whatever you gotta do, but do not mourn for too long. And don't dwell on it. It's the past. We can only live in the present and up. And that's all we can do. And that's what we're supposed to do. I don't know what was in here. That's kind of cool looking. I love when they cloak and rock. Yeah, speaking of dead people, about 4 days ago, someone on the 3rd floor was found dead in his apartment. He was there for about 4 or 5 days. Yeah, and I had to help break the door down. He was like 400 pounds. Check it out. That's badass. I never smelled a dead body, but the guy below him, as you can imagine, he calls the landlord. He says, there's something, leaking red from the ceiling onto my bed. Oh, man. I don't know how they couldn't smell it. With that, with the heat. And he had his air on, but it was only on fan. So it was pretty bad. Memories. You see that guy? Look at all of them looking at me. Hello. Hello. I don't recognize you guys. You guys are all new. Oops. There's an X in the stem. Now what is that supposed to be? Oh, you know what? For my real old subscribers, they will perhaps recall someone we called Stretch Armstrong. That might be him. Like the first year before the aliens landed, the real tiny ones spent like a year, the whole time Mama was pregnant. And so all you could see was them doing this with their fingers, twiddling. And what they were doing was giving tensile strength to the woods for their heavier counterparts. And that took about, 10 months to a year. And then one day they just came, and they never left. And I used to call them Blinkies. But there was a Stretch Armstrong, and he was crazy. And I think that's who that is. But they can probably pull like a string or a vine, whatever, from like the other side of the forest, and it'll cover up the one, in the very front or something like that. They're so clever like that. Alright, well, I'm gonna get going before the crowd comes. What's that? What's that? That looks like a human almost. Wow, that's crazy. And don't forget to meditate and do your initiations and make your reality. Easy for me to say because I can't meditate. But we'll talk about that sooner or later. I'm like getting ready to eat too. Crap. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.